I'm working on applying our Stain Poly in one from BEHR. I'm just sanding the wood. I want to just lightly sand it. I'm sanding it just with a 150 grit Ecodiamond sanding sponge right here to knock anything down, make sure it's not really rough. I've already done one of the shelves. We got one right here that's already done. Applied 2 coats and it's done, ready to hang. Doing the back side of this one right here. One thing with your Stain Poly, you want to make sure you stir it often. So have a stir stick, available to stir your product, because the tint, can settle in it. So I'm going to stir my product up. I'm just using a little cup bucket to put it in. I like to just keep the rim of the can clean, just pulling it out with my brush. Just keep your lid on at all times. Now I'm going to apply 1 coat. Instructions are you can apply 1 coat, then wait an hour, sand it. I'll lightly sand with my Ecodiamond sponge and apply the 2nd coat. You can see behind me the one that's already done right there. Looks absolutely amazing. So I'll give you some pointers when applying it too, while we're applying it. The more coats you paint, the more color you'll end up seeing. You definitely got to do more than 1 coat. Your first coat kind of is like acting as a seal coat. So I want to try to get it on as quickly as I can. And then I'm going to lay it out, or tip it off, that some people might say. I already did my sides, edges. The first coat dries really fast. So what I noticed is, I was even able to sand my first coat, before an hour. I'm getting my first coat on, putting it on nice and heavy, working it in, the grain of the wood. If you're doing a lot larger piece of wood, you would have to lay it out and tip it off, sooner. Terminology for that, if you're not familiar, laying it out, I'm just would lay it with my brush, or tip it off with my brush. That's what is going to get rid of all your brush strokes, your random brush strokes, or it'll help get rid of any air bubbles in the product. So I got it on there. Now I'm going to lay it out, make sure everything's 100% covered, make sure my sides, that side needed a little bit. This is what it's going to look like. I'm just going to lay it out in one direction, get it to the end, lay it out. I want to make sure my sides, watch your edges, that if you get any running down the edge or the side, make sure that you brush it out. One of them, after I laid it out, I didn't check my edges and I had some runs on the sides. If you get runs, I just scraped it out with my scraped it off with my 5-in-1, and then so we got a little run coming down the side right there. I'm just going to brush it out, and then I sanded it after I scraped it. So there's my first coat. I'm going to let that dry. It's going to dry pretty quick, and then I'm going to sand it with my Ecodiamond sponge. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to install one of my shelves right here.